What if one small habit in your kitchen is quietly risking your safety every single day? Not a stranger at the door, not a broken step, something ordinary, something you have done for years without thinking. After 65, our bodies change. Our balance can be less steady. Our hands may not hold quite as firmly. A simple reach, a slip, or a brief distraction can turn a normal morning into a long, hard recovery. This video is for people who love to cook, who love to host, and who want to keep their independence. It is for those who want to keep making soup for a friend, baking for a grandchild, or sharing a cup of tea at dusk. Today I will show you 5 clear changes to make in your kitchen. These are small moves. They are practical. They do not take much time, but they protect your health, your freedom, and the life you love. Stay with me. Watch through to the end. The last tip ties everything together and could make all the difference for your safety and peace of mind. These changes are not expensive. They are not dramatic fixes that take a long time. They are small habits and simple adjustments you can make this afternoon. 1. Face the silent threat. Many older adults store heavy pans, mixing bowls, and cast iron pots on high shelves. It looks neat. It keeps counters clear. It also asks your arms and balance to do more than they should. Reaching high changes your center of gravity. It forces your shoulders and back into a position they may no longer support well. If a heavy item slips, the surprise can make you step or twist in a way your body no longer expects. That sudden motion can lead to a fall. When a fall happens, it is not just pain. It can mean weeks in the hospital. It can mean time in rehab. It can mean asking for help to do tasks you once did alone. This danger is quiet because it is ordinary. You do it without thinking. You do it because a shelf looks pretty with your best cookware on display. You do it because the top shelf feels out of reach for younger shoulders, not for yours. Once you see the risk, you can change it. Move heavy and often used items to waist or counter height. Keep lighter, decorative items up high where a slip is less risky. Use a sturdy step stool with a handrail if you must reach, and place it where it is steady and easy to use. Avoid using chairs or unstable objects to reach. Make the heavy items easy to lift. Keep clear paths on the floor so you do not trip when you step back. Little changes like this keep your balance steady and your peace of mind intact. Robert had a laugh that filled a room. He was a grade school teacher who liked simple things. His kitchen held a lot of memories. The Dutch oven on the top shelf was his mother's. He kept it there because it made him smile. One Friday, he decided to make her pot roast. He reached up without a thought. The lid slipped from his fingers and hit him on the head. The pain stunned him. He stepped back, and his foot caught on a small rug by the sink. He fell hard onto the tile. At the hospital, the doctor said he had a broken wrist and a hairline fracture in his hip. The weeks that followed were slow. He could not carry groceries. He could not cut vegetables with the same ease. He needed help to get dressed. He felt ashamed to ask. His cooking time was full of stops and starts. He missed the small independence he had taken for granted. Over many weeks, he healed with steady physical therapy and patient friends. He learned in a clear way why the kitchen had changed. When he returned home, he moved the Dutch oven to a lower cabinet. He bought a lighter pan for everyday use. He cleared the top shelf of anything heavy. He added a small, solid step stool with a rail for rare uses. Those changes allowed him to return to the kitchen he loved. The work was small, but the result was big. He could stand at the stove without fear, and he could lift a pot of soup to the table again. This week, open one cabinet and move any heavy or often used item down to waist height. Put lighter items up high. If you need a step, choose a solid stool with a handrail. 15 minutes of work now can save months of recovery later. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. 2. Heal the hidden burn risk. Loose sleeves, scarves, and flowing clothing can feel cozy. They can also drift toward heat. A soft sleeve that brushes a gas flame may smolder in an instant. Steam from a saucepan can burn as badly as an open flame. Older skin is thinner and slower to heal. Even a small burn can mean weeks of discomfort and a loss of confidence in the kitchen. This risk is quiet and easy to miss. We wear comfortable covers because they feel safe at home. We forget how close fabric can come to a burner when we lean over a pot. The solution is kind and simple. Choose close-fitting sleeves while cooking. Roll long sleeves up and button or tie an apron so it cannot flap. Keep scarves and loose jewelry in a bowl away from the stove. When you lift lids, tip them away from your face so steam escapes in the other direction. Also, watch the oven and microwave. Hot pans need oven mitts that fit and are not worn thin. Avoid holding a hot dish with a thin towel. Keep dishcloths and paper towels away from the range. When carrying a pot, use both hands. Ask for help if it feels heavy. A small steam burn from a pressure cooker lid can be serious, so release pressure, away from your face. These common sense moves reduce worry and let you enjoy the warmth of a meal without fear. Linda had a bright laugh and warm hands. She loved to knit and to bake with her grandchildren. Her scarves were as much a part of her as her smile. One rainy afternoon, she put a kettle on the gas stove and turned to reach for a cup. Her sleeve brushed the flame. It did not burst into a full blaze, but it smoldered and burned the forearm of her favorite sweater and the skin beneath it. She yanked back and the pain was sharp. Her arm turned red and then swollen. For days, she worried about how the skin would heal. After her burn, Linda's daughter visited and helped rework the kitchen routine. They folded scarves into a basket by the hall and set out a small, soft apron on a hook. Linda taught her granddaughter to help by pouring tea while Linda stirred. The act of teaching made Linda feel strong again. She did not let the accident make her stop. Instead, she learned to slow down and to enjoy the work. Her family celebrated when she made soup again. They all tasted it with extra smiles because the soup had been made with care and a small new routine. Make a small routine before cooking. Roll your sleeves up. Put on a close-fitting top or a snug apron. Keep scarves and loose jewelry off until the meal is done. This habit is quick, gentle, and protective. Take heart, for your resilience shines through every challenge. 3. Overcome the slippery floor danger. A single drop of water on the kitchen floor can seem tiny. It can still cause a fall. The kitchen has many places where spills happen, near the sink, behind the coffee maker, under a draining board. Older adults are more at risk because bones can be more fragile and reaction time can slow. A fall in the kitchen can mean a long recovery and a change in how you live. The solution is practical and simple. Keep cloths, a small mop, or paper towels within reach. Wipe spills the moment they appear. Place mats with non-slip backing at the sink and stove. Consider a low-profile rug with a rubber back in front of sinks. Wear shoes or slippers with a good grip instead of thin-soled socks. Think about your workflow. Keep items you use most in one zone so you move less. Place the dish soap, sponge, and towel within arm's reach of the sink. Use a small tray to carry items so you can see spills as they happen. If you drink tea while cooking, place the cup where it cannot be knocked. These small planning steps cut risk and make the kitchen calm and orderly. William loved the feel of dough in his hands. Baking gave him slow mornings and warm smells that filled his house. One Saturday, he rinsed a mixing bowl, and a few drops slipped off the rim to the floor. He reached back for flour and did not notice the tiny puddle. His foot slipped, and he fell, breaking his hip. The hospital was full of new faces and new instructions. Therapy stretched over months. The kitchen he once walked into without thought felt foreign. During recovery, William kept thinking of small changes he could make. He bought a pair of kitchen shoes with a strong grip that he wore only in the house. He placed a thin rubber mat in front of the sink and stove. He kept a small spill kit, a bucket, towel, and mop, near the sink. He practiced pausing to wipe as he worked. A neighbor named Sarah came over to help him set up safer tools. She cut vegetables at a safe height and kept the floor dry as they worked. They shared stories about bread and life. Eventually, William invited a friend to knead dough with him. The trust returned slowly. He found joy in the process again, and his kitchen became the place of warmth it had always been. Place a small spill kit near your sink today. Keep a towel and a small mop or squeegee there. Put a non-slip mat by your sink and stove. Wear shoes with grip when you cook. Clean spills the moment they happen. 4. Protect yourself from sharp surprises. Knives, peelers, and graters are part of everyday cooking. But hands change. Arthritis, reduced grip strength, or a tremor can make the motion less steady. A dull blade makes you press harder. That extra force increases the chance of slipping. A cut can bleed heavily. It may need medical attention. Beyond the wound, there is a loss of confidence. You may avoid tasks you once loved. The smart answer is thoughtful adaptation. Choose knives with larger, ergonomic handles that rest comfortably in your palm. Keep blades sharp so you use smooth motion rather than pressure. Place a damp towel under your cutting board to stop it from moving. Try finger guards or a food holder for tricky tasks. For those with very weak grips, electric choppers and safe blade covers can help. If you sharpen blades, do so carefully or ask a professional. A sharp knife used poorly is still dangerous. Many communities offer tool sharpening services at markets. Keep knives in a block or on a magnetic strip so they do not rattle in a drawer. Label drawers with a simple note if you have trouble seeing small items. These practical steps cut risk and make your kitchen a place of steady work rather than fear. Barbara had a life of care. As a nurse, she had steady hands and a calm voice. In retirement, she baked with her grandchildren. One afternoon, she sat at her kitchen table and began peeling apples for a pie. Her hands trembled slightly that day. The peeler slipped and cut her thumb deeply. The cut bled and scared her. The clinic gave stitches and a bandage. For days, she worried about how steady she could be. Barbara made small, deliberate changes. She bought a peeler with a wide-cushioned handle and a knife set labeled for comfort. She used a flexible cutting board that gripped the counter. For delicate tasks, she sometimes wore a thin, cut-resistant glove. She joined a local senior group where they shared tips and tools. Someone showed her a rocking peeler that worked with minimal force. She tried different knives until she found the one that fit her hand like a glove. She kept a little notebook with the names of tools that helped. Her confidence came back. She still made pies for her granddaughter, and the kitchen felt safe and warm. She told her story at a community center and showed others how a few small tools could keep the work joyful. This month, replace one cutting tool with an ergonomic option. Use a grip pad under your board. Try a finger guard or a glove when doing fine work. Slow, steady cuts protect your hands and keep cooking joyful. If these words resonate with you, please comment number 4 below to show your support. 5. Avoid the stove distraction trap. Many of us multitask while we cook. We answer phones, greet neighbors, and check recipes. Memory and attention can change with age. That means a pot left too long can boil dry. Smoke can fill a room. A small flame can start quickly. A kitchen fire is dangerous and scary. The habits that prevent this are simple. Use a loud, visible timer for every dish. Add a bright sticker near the stove that reminds you when a burner is on. Favor back burners when possible. Keep flammable items well away from heat. Teach helpers and visitors your rules. If you need to leave the room, turn the heat off. Keep a lid or a fire blanket nearby to smother a small flare. Consider devices that make cooking safer. A stove guard or an automatic shut-off device can prevent a burner from staying on if you forget. Use slow cookers with trusted settings and set timers on your phone or a visible clock. When guests visit, ask them to stand where they can see the stove and offer to pause the cooking if they need to leave. These social steps add layers of safety without making you feel restricted. Charles loved the ritual of a slow simmer. He would set a pot of soup and sit with the paper while it cooked. One day the mail arrived and he stepped outside for a moment. A neighbor saw smoke from his window and rushed over. The pot had boiled down and a small flare had begun. Luckily, it stayed small, but the fear of what might have happened sat with Charles for days. After that, he bought a bright digital timer and placed it where he could not miss it. He used a sticky note by the burner as a visual reminder and taught his neighbor to check the stove if he was out. He began to use back burners when possible and always had a lid nearby to smother any flare. He placed a small metal tray to set, hot pans on, and practiced turning the heat off when he stepped away. These habits gave him back calm in the kitchen. He could enjoy the warmth of soup and the quiet of a meal without a tight knot of worry in his chest. Place a loud, visible timer. On your counter, use a bright reminder near the stove. Turn off burners when you step away. Keep a lid or small fire blanket in a known spot to smother small flames quickly. Your kitchen holds more than food. It holds history, laughter, and quiet afternoons. It is where you share stories and where small rituals comfort you. As bodies and routines change, small habits can become risks. The 5 steps here are small, clear, and kind. They protect your body and your independence. Move heavy items to waist height so you do not overreach. Wear snug sleeves and keep a ready apron. Wipe spills as they happen and use non-slip mats. Choose tools that fit your hands and stay steady. Guard the stove with timers and simple rules. These changes cost little time but give you more years of cooking, more meals with family, and more freedom to do what you love. Pick one change today. Do it now. Share it with a neighbor or a friend who cooks with you. If you try one of these steps, tell us how it went. Your story could help someone else avoid a long recovery. If you are not sure where to start, pick the one that touches you most. Make it a rule. Tell a friend. Put a note on your fridge as a reminder. Each step you take now protects more years of cooking and more mornings of pleasure. Drop a comment below and let us know one way you'll apply this wisdom in your life. If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who needs it. Let your wisdom light the way.